Good afternoon. It's it's loud. 5, it's late, 53. And I'm gonna need a break from cornstarch. I do not condone the cornstarch consumption. This is Twyla from California. It's rough out here in these cornstarch streets. So greetings, ladybugs and butterflies and wonderful people. Thanks for watching. So I'm still chewing on this stuff. There's a video that's going to be loading soon from yesterday. My first video I posted this week, I had put the 23rd on that video. It should have been the 22nd. That was Monday. And you know, I don't like to belabor eating starch, because that's why we come on here. So I like to get the first bite in. Mmm. Mmm. Listen, I just made a big cornstarch splat. Mmm. Mm-mm. I don't like cornstarch messes. Now we're here with Argo. Excuse the glare. With Argo right now. So I hope you all week has been going well. If you had told me earlier this year I would be dealing with all this, excuse me, I would have said, there's no way. Mm. I must have ate them. I didn't put that much rice flour. Mm. Mm. My $8 earrings I bought downtown. Whew, not LA. Let's see. Oh, anyway. Woo! Excuse me. This is good. So President Biden has stepped aside to let Kamala, Vice President Kamala, run for president. And the Republicans are acting a fool. Trying to sue. How you gonna try to sue somebody from running for president? And your guy is a felon. You know, you gotta thank God if you have a righteous heart and you like righteousness, and you can't stand to see a person done wrong or see wrong being done and go along with it. So President Biden has done the right thing. I guess that overseas trip and all the other stuff going on, his son being in all of that trouble, which he didn't hurt anyone but himself. They insisted on this boy, this man, going to court and all that. I guess I gotta season this Argo. Nothing like the taste, flavor. Which what? It tastes like what? Dry water? To me. I don't even really taste corn. Someone told me the other day I was watching, they said that the Argo tasted like corn. And so, wow, they must have got an odd box. Or container. I don't remember what they had. It probably was a container. You don't see many people with boxes of Argo. So President Biden's son, the man been through a lot. Took over after the pandemic. You know, there was a disease called Ebola. I don't know if you guys, a lot of you all might be too young to remember. But during the Obama days and years, which it hasn't been that long, 2008, 16 years ago, there was an Ebola disease outbreak. 2 people caught it in America. And the reason I have these on, I want to say, my little earrings are in the bedroom, and then I have dozens and dozens of earrings, but I've been wearing those little earrings. But 2 people caught Ebola. And President Obama left a playbook in place for Trump. There was 14,000 workers. And if this means nothing to you people, I know people that have died, and that's horrible. And he left the playbook. He had people in place around the world, including China, that if they saw anything, they could report it. They knew what to do. It was lab techs, botanists, phlebotomists, all types of scientists, all types of people who could detect something going on from the buzz in the country. And there was 14,000 people around the globe. Well, Trump got in, and I heard Obama handed him the book, said, here. He got in, he talking about he didn't need that many people around the world. And see, he ended up looking like a fool, telling people to inject bleach and put a light in their body, and the light would kill it. And you know, people did inject bleach. They did. I think it was a couple in Arizona. They injected the bleach, or whatever they did, how they did it, and one of the two died. So President Biden got pandemic under control. When we lived in Palm Springs, we know a lot of people died. My husband's co-worker, mama died. And his brother almost died, but he survived. They had all just decided we're going to have a family gathering. What could happen? They had the gathering. The matriarch of the family died, and then the brother almost died. So, yeah, he had everything in place. He threw it away. I don't like him. He is nothing to like. I failed to see what people like about him. And I am not going to bite my tongue and mince my words. That man has done some horrible things. Look up the Epstein files. He's done horrible things to children, women. He's cheated workers out of their money. And see, that's another thing. You can go to work for a rich person, right? Just say you do any kind of electrical work or something. Hey, y'all sign up a contract and, you know, y'all sign a contract. Then you do the work is fine. They said that your work ain't right. That's why they're not paying you. Here they are, a millionaire. And you need your $28,000 to pay your workers, get your materials, and all of that. Trump did a lot of people bad. This is this. And I'm just going to put a little in the Argo. And a little, I don't know about the Kingsford. I don't think so. And so, imagine you go to get your money. He tell you he ain't paying. He done did about 4,000 people that way. People have lost their lives and livelihoods behind that man. You know, I thank God that I've never had a brainwashable mind. Because I'm Democratic, but I don't believe in love everything they do. But that's the only group, that's the only party that will try to help people. So yeah, Trump cheated a lot of people out of their money. I heard him say on the campaign trail, because something wasn't going right with the teleprompter, and he called it itty work, and he wasn't going to pay the people. And there's a string of people in venue. That's why he's been having stuff outside. People don't want to have his stuff on the inside because he ain't been paying people to use their buildings. So he just go outside where he could just get away with it for hardly nothing. So yeah, he said he wasn't going to pay them because they do itty work. They did itty work. I was like, ooh. He didn't pay Giuliani, his own friend, for his labor, lawyer fees, or whatever. The man is horrible. Horrible. And my husband used to be a boxer. What they call it? You know, I forget. He got to tell me. He had a friend named Alex Stewart. And Alex Stewart fought 5 world champions. And my husband stuck by him, and this is why I knew him, in New York. And they stayed at Trump Hotel in Jersey. So he met Trump. And he said he wasn't nothing nobody to meet. But anyway. Mixing it up. So, Mr. Biden, President Biden, stepped aside. He's still president. And so Kamala, like a comma, she's running. And I believe she's going to beat him. Because she's real, she's kind, she's funny. She's serious, though. She ain't no joke. You know, people say, oh, California people fake. How in the world we fake? Some of the toughest people I know come from the state of California. Some ruthless. So I don't know. And I'm not calling her tough like that. But I don't know where that mess come from. Because we're not rude. And if you speak to us, we'll speak. That don't make people fake because they're nice. And they'll say, excuse me, instead of just blurt something out. You know, I thank God for my mom gave us good manners. But anyway, so President Biden has stepped down as running a campaign. Very good thing he did. So a lot of people are happy about that. I wanted him in. So fast forward to what I have to say. It's going to be tough, but we're going to do it. Because who are we running against? A felon? Epstein files. Project 2025. A vote for Trump is a vote for bondage. I don't want to live in bondage. I don't want to leave my condominium, go driving down the street, and then I got to be stopped by some cops. Where you going? I'm going to the store. Well, how long you plan on? When you coming back? Women will be raped. Men will be murdered. Nobody wants to live in a police state. We know the problem with police now. So yeah, This is 19 minutes. So like I said, I'm grateful to God. I know He's gonna take care of me either way. And I got what is called a passport. But it's not right to vote to give somebody a country. And the man is responsible for people dead on January 6th. Now people are dead as of that so-called whatever fiasco happened a week or so ago. People are dead on that. Life is serious, and cornstarch is good. Let me get a bite. I gotta get out of this house. Miss Shelly Joyce, I have a box. I just gotta put it together and mail it. I have to go out and put money in the bank. Whew. So I saw a girl today named Powdery Tea, and she was eating, what was she eating? It was in a green bag. Tapioca starch with baby powder. Apparently she's like me, and she liked to squeak. So, what is all that noise? Yeah, I like to squeak. Earlier, one day I gotta talk about these nails. Earlier I was talking about brainwashing. When my mother didn't want my father anymore because he was too controlling, he gave her a lot of problems. So sometimes we go stay at his house. I guess it was court ordered or something. You know how when you're young, you don't know what's going on. And he had a wife named Eartha. And she was nice, nasty. She was, I can't say she was not bad. I can't say she was good. She was tolerant. She was older. She reminded me of my grandmother, though, a lot. Which I can't understand why he was with her. Cause, I mean, most people wouldn't want to be with somebody who looked like their mom. And so, but my father used to say to me, we're going to court, and court is this and that. He tried to explain it, but I didn't know what court was. And you tell them they're going to ask you who you want to live with. See, this is thinking. The brain is very powerful. Who do you want to live with? And they want to ask you, do you want to live with your mom or do you want to live with your father? And so I was just, I didn't know. Custody battle. Well, I started thinking, why would I say I want to live with you versus my mother? My father, thank God he was all right. But, you know, I processed his ways after he told me that. And I processed my mother's ways. And you know, when you're a kid, you love to eat. You just like to eat. I don't think I was a greedy kid, but I like sweets and I like to eat. And when he told me that, I started thinking, well, I'll live with you versus my mother. I'm looking for that shine. So I said to myself, I was young. I probably wasn't 10. I was young. I remember my father, we went with my father's house, and he had these donuts. They were white powdery donuts, and we wanted some. He gonna tell us we couldn't have no donuts for some crazy reason. I knew it was bogus, but but I just like, whatever. He didn't give us those donuts though. How could he do that? He used to make these, they don't sell them anymore. They were store-bought. They were these cobblers. And, you know, they were in a squarish, they about that tall, that deep, and they were so long and so wide. It wasn't like a big pan. And it was slim, and it had the top, one foil top, and one side was white. One side was foil. He would cook, buy those. I don't know who made them, but baby, baby, as they say. He would make them, and it was a blackberry. It wasn't blueberry. I remember it was black. It was blackberry. He would make those cobblers, right? He wouldn't give us none of the cobbler. He ate it all up. I tasted very, I mean, I ain't gonna say he didn't give us none on all occasions. The cobbler was delicious. They don't sell it no more. If they sold it and it was good, I would buy it. And, yeah. So then I processed that, like, and I remember him being grouchy. I remember all that. I remember, we couldn't watch TV till like after 4 o'clock because we only had one TV, and we had to wait till he went to work to watch what we wanted to watch. Okay, then versus living with my mother. My mother was, you know, a joyful type person, just loved people, you know, kind of like a Kamala type person, just outgoing, smiling, knew everybody in the neighborhood. And she was very generous, and she always, like, if we didn't have any snacks in the house, she would give us money to go buy it, because, you know, you have people, greedy brothers. But my point is was no food. Now, sometimes if she made food for herself, she would want to give us none, but sometimes she'd still give us food, her food, you know. But I was like, well, at my mama's house, I can eat anything I want when I get ready. At his house, right there, I knew that was, my point is, I wasn't signing myself up for bondage. I like freedom too much. And my father was mean all the time, whereas my mother, she was, you know how kids would say, she wasn't mean all the time. And she laughed and talked with us and things like that. I probably don't know a lot. I don't know a lot about my father's mother because he didn't talk about, I guess he was hurt that she died. But he didn't tell us a whole lot. But I do remember my grandmother, though. She was so sweet. I hope that don't be a thumbnail. She was born in 1900. Huh. Ain't nobody brainwashed me into giving up my rights, because I don't know what you about to do for me. Nothing. I don't know nobody who got anything from that Trump. He don't even deserve to be called Mr. But millionaires. I know people that voted for him, they used to get a tax return. They had kids. And their tax return would be like about 8 to 12,000, they said. They said when he came in and gave them people that tax cut, and for the poor people, the working people to pay for it, they said they owed $4,000 on their tax return. Not they got it, not that they got it, not that it was lowered. They owed $4,000. So I'm excited that we have a chance. They're going to try to pull some strings to try to stop Mrs. VP Kamala Harris, but it's not going to work. And then even if it could work, President Biden could just say, you know what, I'm going to resign and make you president. That's it. So sometimes you get what he was hollering this and hollering that. He just happened to have a strong diaphragm at an older age. You know, President Biden speaks in low tones. He always have. He's never been a really throat speaker, diaphragm speaker. Excuse all this noise. So I wish you all the best. And I hope this time next year we're still living in a democracy. I am not in the mood for people to come up, be walking up and slapping me in my face. And I don't like to fight and all of that. I just want to live in peace. If I have enough money I think we have enough money that if we had to go somewhere we could go. But I wish I had saved more money. I don't want to live in Gotham. Craziness. We already have a country. Why you want to change it? Why you want to tell people they can't vote? Why you want to take their rights? Why you want to be an evil person? Mm.